It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the boys and the Patriots coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Patriots. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. On the return is J.J. Taylor. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Cowboys have recovered. So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Now Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on second and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Well, it'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Goes up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Taylor now to return it. And able to get this out to the 25. The Patriot offense ready for their first drive, led by Mac Jones, the Heisman Trophy finalist and 15th overall selection this spring from Alabama.
He's the latest in a line of Alabama quarterbacks that are potential NFL starters. Sat behind Tua Tagovailoa patiently, waiting his turn, and in 1 year as a starter, exploded on the scene. 41 touchdown passes to just 4 interceptions, 77% completion percentage. He had it going. Alabama won a national title, and now here he is getting his shot in the NFL.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. Yeah, really a heck of an effort there to dunk out of one tackle, but it winds up only going for a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 39. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And to the surprise of many, the New England Patriots made a huge splash in free agency. And on the first day, they added Hunter Henry from the Chargers. 5 years there, career high 60 catches last year. He expects that number to go up in New England.
On first down, Harris. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Now Jones. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
And the Patriots added Nelson Aguilar in free agency, and he's going to be part of this rebuilt receiving corps from a year ago. Really upped his value around the league with a solid season with the Raiders last year, increased his confidence, as well as having a career high in receiving yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. This is Harris on the draw. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Jones. To the goal line. line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd and short.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Jacoby Myers from 8 yards out, and the Patriots have taken the lead. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
You get a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Nick Folk for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. A 10-play drive that time, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cowboys offense makes their way back out onto the field. They're 2-1 now on the season. Remember, they had the tough loss in Tampa in the season opener. But since then, they've gotten a win at the Chargers and then another one week 3 at home versus the Eagles. So 3 weeks in, the Cowboys on top in the NFC East. Now coming up, they get 2 more home games. First against unbeaten Carolina, and then another home date week 5 in the division against the currently winless New York Giants. They start on the ground with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Without as much fanfare as you might expect, Amari Cooper's gone over 1,000 yards in 5 of his 6 NFL seasons, and even without Dak Prescott for much of last year, he finished with a career-high 92 catches.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
To gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And back out are the New England Patriots, who have started a season 1-2 for only the third time in the last 20 seasons. Rookie first-round quarterback Mac Jones experiencing a few growing pains in Week 3, throwing 3 interceptions, including a pick-6 on the first play of the second half. Charles, a slow start for a team that hasn't missed the playoffs in consecutive years since the turn of the millennium. Is that streak of success in jeopardy?
Well, you'd have to say yes, just based off of them finishing 7-9 last year, starting 1-2. But I do believe their best ball is ahead of them. Rookie quarterback, which is one of the reasons the league's off there. Their offense is in the league's bottom 10 in scoring through the first 3 weeks. Didn't score against the Saints until field goal on the last drive of the first half. The Saints held the Patriots to 49 rushing yards, so something has to change there. But all eyes this week, let's face it, it's a get-right week for them against a team you're not supposed to get right against, the defending Super Bowl champs. Tampa Bay comes to town with Tom Brady, with Gronk. Is this a chance for Bill Belichick to spring a big-time surprise? He's done it before.
Well, one thing's for sure, it makes for must-see TV on Sunday night. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the draw, it's Harris. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Keanu Neal, the former Falcon, up to make the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Second and 8 coming up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll run on first down. Harris. And a short gain here down to the 22. Micah Parsons, the rookie, in on the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd and 9, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones completes it to Aguilar. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the give, this is Harris. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They hand this off to Harris. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. They'll try and run with Harris, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone 1st and 4th.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Dietrich Wise Jr. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott, they'll set up the screen to Elliott. Only a yard there, sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A give to Elliott running left. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The veteran in his first year with the Cowboys, Brian Anger, on to punt. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. Taken from just outside the 30. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Patriots take over. The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the bootleg, Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that nearly intercepted. With a free safety roaming into position, almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off play action. Jones. Looking for Aguilar. It's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. It was a very strong first half for our rookie quarterback. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Cowboys. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Our two teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
First down, Prescott. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go to Elliott again. And he will be very close to a first down. I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Well, I think the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 27, Jones. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Penn State, Micah Parsons. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Elliott running right. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A give to Elliott. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down at 4 now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Prescott. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. Open man is born. He'll be dropped at the 30. But a shifty move got him a couple extra on the play.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he stepped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that is going to do it. for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. On the return is Olszewski. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New England's offense set to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Harris. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. 2nd and 10. Prescott now. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8, so logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
Dalton Schultz had 1 catch in 16 games in 2019 before producing 63 catches in 2020. I don't think it's hyperbole to say that he exceeded everyone's expectations, including his own.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Intended that time for Cooper, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Here we go.
After reviewing the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll throw again. Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 39 yards. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Prescott. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job one was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taylor now from the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
To throw is Jones. He's going to look downfield for Henry. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A first down carry by Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. On the counter, Elliott. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this one is right through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right? That reserve tank. They hauled battled it out. Offense scored some points, defense held them, and lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.